Ano na, ano. O, yung plastic buwang na.
For our opening remarks, may we hear the message from Dr. Brenda, our advisor for social justice. Program.
Souvenir. Program. Souvenir. Okay, slogan. Yes, meron. Hindi, ano, magbibigay tayo. Hindi tayo. Ano sa'yo ko na? Kaya nyo. Ate Marites, tawa na tawa. Akala ko style siya. Yung style na yun. Meron ka na lang baliktad ang gamit. Ay, yung akin talaga lang. Tapos may grabe talaga ito kanina.
Jem! Jima! Kawai niya.
Hindi pa kakamalaga ng jowa kami. Kasi ano na yun talaga kami. Kahit hindi tayo
Kaya ulan. Uy! Light tayo sis. Dami ako lipstick na. Hindi dapat nga tayo lipstick. Kasi wala ka pati lipstick.
Wala pa akong picture sa baliktad. Hindi, video ko na yan. Dali. Baliktad. Huwag mo na baliktarin yan. Picture na yan.
Urong kaya. Wala man tao. Walang tao sa live ko.
Ay, dumating si Emma, si... Talagang wala kang pakalan kasi talaga lang dapat Ibunan siya ngayon ng anak niya. Wala sa ano ah. May isa pa rin sa mga
Bilis na kaya.
Pagkain niya nasa bag. Sa... kain ito.
Dito yung sa lalim na ano, ito, ilagay ko.
Diyan muna kasi may ano, mamaya ano.
Sana nila ito naman.
Hey, thank you so much for the wonderful message of Brenda. I'm very supportive na advisor. Okay, before we proceed, let's acknowledge the presence of a lawyer
Bakit di niyo sinabi kanina
of CUHK, check of Hong Kong. And then, Miss Judy Tan, Executive Director of Her Fan. Mrs. Stephanie Chan, of Helpful. And Michelle Cancino,
Sasayaw
of
si
Over
bibihis.
Impact and
Nagbibihis. Hindi
Jen
naman ano, wala naman.
Hong. Okay.
Hindi naman nakita yung mga ano.
Yung kay Kuya, ano yan, malaki yung ginagamit.
Ayun, oh, busy sila, oh. Kaya mo.
Ay, ang ganda ng ano nila. Oh. Ganda ng costume.
Okay, tuloy daw. Rain or shine.
Rain or
Tuloy
shine.
na.
Bakit ako pala kayo mabili?
Ay, so na. Ito na. Ito, may Ayun ka na, bumili pa yun.
Thank you so much for the love. Kasi kahit napakalayo, kahit umuulan, hindi naman sa ating celebration. Ito nga sila tawag sa mga
Hello. Yes. We have an intermission number actually. Andito na ba yung ating mga beauties?
Yeah.
Wala pa. Hindi pa sila kompleto.
Uy, magsapatos na lang tayo.
Ang takot muna. Kahit po. Kakanta lang naman kayo, di ba? Okay. So, let's give one
Ay, ganun pa rin yung mic. Hindi. Yung ginamit na ating nabunot yata. Ano ba? Sabi ko
Hello. Hello.
wala na ba tayo doon? Wala na ba tayong tagtag natin? Ito, kay wine.
Paglabas mo lang, diretso ka na. Paglabas mo lang, diretso ka na. Sabi mo, Bin. Yan po ang ating
Hello, this is Uncle. Hello.
Diyan siya nangaya, banda doon. Nahuli sa atin doon. Okay, Maxim.
Hello.
Okay lang yun, iwanan ko yung paling.
Hi! Okay lang, hello ka ba? Ha? Kanina ba yun si Ate? Kami sa baba.
Kung galing daw sa ng world, by the house. Ayun, siya nangaya.
Hello.
McDonald's.
Wine lang ang McDonald's. Nandoon, mga tubig nandoon.
Sino ba yung kausap mo? May kuya dyan? Palikod lang yung ano sa diretso?
No,
sa'yo na lang! Ako sa'yo!
Masayang kanyang bendisyon sa kanta.
Siya ka sa
One moment in time. Let's call on our guest to join the place. Okay? I'd like to introduce a very short introduction with our guest speaker. And Ma'am Raquel is a very motherly nature for us. She really inspired me to continue what we are doing in our community, and she is our mentor for our latest published booklet entitled Breast and Cervical Cancer Things You Should Know. And we are very thankful to her because it didn't happen without her guidance to us. And without much ado, let's welcome Ma'am Raquel.
Hello. Oh, yes. What a pleasure it is to be here today. I mean, what an amazing place. I never knew this existed, you know. I was walking up here, I was sweating, and then I came here and saw the flag and these flowers. I thought, this is beautiful. This is community. And I'm so happy to be here today. Just find my speech. Yeah. So for the last 4 years, social justice for migrant workers has been making its mark. I first met Tekla, or Mary Tess as I know her, on social media. I learned of her work with social justice for migrant workers and we had a telephone conversation. I was captivated by Mary Tess's kindness. She listened and she was deeply empathetic. This empathy is what drives her and her team to make a real difference. Social justice for migrant workers has been very active in promoting awareness of mental health. This is a subject which is often overlooked in the migrant domestic worker community. In the same way, social justice for migrant workers has chosen to work in new areas that others may not consider to be a priority. One example is social justice for migrant workers' work in connecting communities. I am speaking particularly of the way in which social justice for migrant workers participated in a series of community art workshops that I organized over the last year, where a number of members participated and shared
Salamat,
their
may
light.
tao na. Thank you.
The workshops were also attended by men and women who are seeking protection in Hong Kong as refugees, as well as trained artists and art lovers. We saw how proud the women were to be members of social justice for migrant workers. We saw how confident they were in participating as part of a group of people coming from different backgrounds. When I say members shared their light, I mean they were completely themselves, able to interact with a variety of people with total authenticity. The impact of this should not be underestimated. The other participants of the workshop saw the women from social justice for migrant workers who participated not merely in light of the job they do or the label society gives them, but as human beings, real people just like them with a multitude of interests. We sought similarities beyond differences. Last Saturday, we held a community art gathering where many of us shared poetry, dance, music, songs, fashion, stand-up and stories. Mary Tess shared a wonderful humorous story about public speaking. The gathering was attended by various communities, including refugees and migrant domestic workers. Together, we celebrated diversity and inclusion through art. This would not have been all it was without social justice for migrant workers. There are many ways in which social justice for migrant workers has made a difference to the larger community. During the pandemic years, members worked ceaselessly to help their sisters and brothers who were experiencing deprivations of food, medicine, and shelter. I would like to share a short story of my experiences during this time. I am on the board of directors of Bethune House, a shelter for migrant domestic workers in crisis, which is near Kowloon Union Church. One day, I saw a message saying that they urgently needed paracetamol. Women in the shelter were ill with COVID. I myself was not feeling well at all because I had flu. However, I started to look for paracetamol in various pharmacies. Everything was sold out. The more pharmacies I went to, the angrier I became. I saw how paracetamol was being bought by people that didn't need it. They were just stockpiling it, while individuals like the women in Bethune House were ill. Finally, I found the medicine I needed and I dropped it off. I saw that a whole team had been set up to receive and distribute donations. On my way home, I suddenly realized how isolated I felt. It occurred to me I could have put a message out amongst my groups on Facebook asking for help. If I had done so, I know that Bethune House would have received all the medicine they needed. The lesson I learned from this is that we are not alone. We live in community, and it is always open to us to seek help if ever we should need it. Social Justice for Migrant Workers understands this and always invokes the power of community. Social Justice for Migrant Workers has also been tirelessly supporting women and men being diagnosed with cancer. I had the honor of working with Mary Tess and a group of women, including cancer warriors, on a project to raise awareness of breast and cervical cancer in the migrant domestic worker community. As part of this project, we invited a variety of supporters to discuss different aspects of breast and cervical cancer. We invited a medical doctor, 2 psychologists, a lawyer, a researcher, a peer supporter of cancer warriors, and an international women's human rights activist to share their insights. I would particularly share the words of Monique Wilson, who is Global Director of 1 Billion Rising, a global movement to end violence against women and an international women's human rights activist. Monique said that communities like Social Justice for Migrant Workers inspired her to continue her activism. She praised spaces such as the one Social Justice for Migrant Workers created as part of our campaign, saying it was essential to helping us understand and raise awareness, in particular about cervical cancer. This is important in light of the taboo around cervical cancer being a sexually transmitted disease, which leads women to keep silent when they first experience symptoms and fail to seek medical advice as early as possible. This silence leads to deaths which could have been prevented. Monique's talk, as well as the talks by Dr. Sarah Borwin, a medical doctor, and Rachel Lee, a lawyer, will be uploaded to YouTube soon. And this is really what I wanted to say. It is important for all women to have regular cervical cancer screenings and breast self-examinations and to seek medical treatment if they are experiencing unusual symptoms which may be related to breast or cervical cancer. At the end of the campaign, we produced a booklet entitled Breast and Cervical Cancer, Things You Should Know. We have copies of this booklet available, and in fact we have about 2,000 copies somewhere. Please to take one to share with a woman who may need it. We are working to translate the booklet into Tagalog and Bahasa. I am so grateful to Social Justice for Migrant Workers for having the courage to explore this difficult subject and to speak out. It has been worth it. Thank you to Mary Tess and all of Social Justice for Migrant Workers. Your kindness and vision is moving mountains. I am proud to be in community with you.
Thank you very much, Madam Raquel. Oh my God. Okay, we now proceed to our next guest speaker. May I call on Ma'am Judy Can, Executive Director of Her Fund.
Hi, thank you all. I guess I'm from Harfund, the Executive Director of Harfund, and I may see you all, or some of you, last year here. I don't know why every time I come here, because in between your anniversary, I also came to find Tekla. It's raining. But today is the luckiest one because today is the happiest one. And I remember last time I was also sharing, we were talking about mangoes in the Philippines with some of you, and I was so happy and lucky that this March I've been in Manila for a meeting, so I can got my mangoes over there. And I really brought some to Hong Kong, so it was so great. So yeah, thank you for inviting me to be here, and it's challenging year after pandemic. I feel like the challenges, I mean, like, of course we can meet each other, see each other, but there are lots of challenges that we all are facing. Many people from Hong Kong migrating to different countries, and we may also need to like how to situate or face this kind of new life in Hong Kong after pandemic. So I'm also very glad to see that, you know, all the passion here from you all, because as said, you know, like today there is heavy rain, but I can still see a lot of you here. Of course, Tekla and your team are doing something very, very great. And I can also share a little bit that you may got the sharing from Tekla, but you may not be able to be there because of the resources that we have. So yeah, so Har Fund is a women's fund that we try to mobilize resources to give grants, financial grants to organizations to fight for gender equality and gender justice. But we also see that, you know, like before giving or like after giving grants, it's not just about the money. It's also about how we share or how we educate people around Hong Kong to know the situation of different women, especially those who are on grassroots. And we also hope that they can understand when we talk about women's issues, it's not just you know, like Hong Kong people, but everyone in Hong Kong. So in March, during the International Women's Day, we tried to held a drink and exhibition that showing some of your great pieces to some artwork great pieces to different people. So we hope that through that channel we can let more people to see your talents and hear your stories. And also Tekla also came to give her speech so that we can try to network her or network social justice for migrant workers to a wider audiences. So, but then, you know, like it's not just Tekla or a few of you, but you know, like every one of you here is so important. Without your involvement, your work here to support each other or support the development of social justice for migrant workers, it doesn't happen. I mean, like collective power is from every one of you, and so I hope that, you know, like every one of you continue your passion and support each other as usual. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was a nice speech from our Her Fund. And thank you, our guests, for this afternoon. It's a happy that it's a bad day. It's raining, but it's a lucky day for us, right? Okay, so let's keep going. So maybe go on. No, okay, and the next speaker is maybe call on Stephanie Chan. Yes, always here for us from Health Quality.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting. It's great to see so many of you here today, despite the heavy rain and weather. So I'll just introduce Helpology briefly. So we are a charity that offers free legal assistance, advice and training to migrant domestic workers, ethnic minorities and vulnerable population in Hong Kong. I'm so grateful to my co-founder who's not here today. So he's my partner who supported me psychologically, emotionally and financially from Helpology to an idea all the way to now We've helped over 400 cases and provided 1,000 pro bono hours ranging from cases like sexual harassment, physical abuse, workers' compensation, human trafficking. If it's an easier case, it can be just long service payment, severance payment. So some of the cases are very desperate. It can be related to psychological issues. They have deep emotional depression. So with our help, they can slowly, with our help through mediation, with the employer or with different parties, they can slowly come out of the depression. For that, I'm very grateful. So secondly, I'm also very grateful to Marita's group, Social Justice for Migrant Workers. It's a huge group here. It's very encouraging. They always support our events. They send their members to us so we can help them through our community legal clinic, through our training, so they can have a basic knowledge how they can protect their own rights. I'm also very thankful to our community partners. Your support and encouragement means a lot to us. First, because me and my partner, we have zero experience in NGO and charity. I'm a lawyer myself, so we're from a completely different background. So from your help, from the community, and from Marita's group, it means a lot to us. So thank you so much for encouraging us and supporting us. And then lastly, I want to say I'm very proud. So we started at similar times, I believe. I think your group started a bit earlier than us. We started around a COVID time, right? Or before COVID, 2019. So they started a bit before us. We started 2021. So I'm so glad to see the progression, how from a small group till now it's a huge group. A lot of them are ambassadors, how we supported them, how they started from some legal cases, some COVID, delivering some kits to the quarantine people, to now it's cancer awareness, to different issues they're covering. So I'm so glad I'm so proud how Justice for Migrant Workers progress and how they can benefit and help the community, and how we can also, through your group, help the community and do our part. So hope everyone can do our parts, and for our community, for our charity, it provides access to justice so everyone can receive equal treatment before the law. And for her group, it's just a huge range of different issues that we're very proud of. So happy anniversary, and thank you so much for inviting.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mom Stephanie. That was a great message, and thank you for helping us and always there for us when we need some legal rights or susunod po tayo. May intermission number from...
Okay, pwede paki-clear muna natin yung dance floor, yung mga